Hello, and welcome to another episode of Paul Plays Infinifactory. So the next puzzle is another one of these meat puzzles, meat product type 101. Hopefully no gophers. Okay, so the same, we have one of these. A whale or something similar, and then what we need to get out of it are red chunks and white chunks. So we have two of these processing machines which take an input and do the packaging. So let's get on with the gory business of chopping up a whale. So let's have a look at what it looks like. So if I was to start slicing it with these things, okay, so what we have is we have this excuse me, central core of red meat with a bone down the middle and surrounded by the white, the fat, the blubber, whatever you want to call it. And then this tail section looks like it's entirely the white stuff. So, if I was to just check here, let's just run that up there. Even though it fell down, it's enough to see. Yeah, I mean, this square here, already one in, this row here is good meat. Let's just check and see what this row is here. Yes, there's meat there. So, because of the way we have to cut, I mean, you can't just like put a line of a cut. You have to sort of eviscerate, remove an entire block. We will get more meat out of this thing if... So let's just actually keep this here. Let's just remove this end piece completely. Not have any of that. Let's look at what we get if we take this out and then rotate it, say there. Okay, let's just fix this before so that's a little. So, I have to put the rotation there, maybe? Would that keep it square? No, it's catching the it's taking a while to get onto it. So where's the middle? There's no 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's run another eviscerator up like that. And is that relatively central to both of them? Yeah, can't really complain about that, can we? And how long is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be 6 long. So let's bring this along here and let's start chopping it up. So let's keep. We need to get the white stuff over here. So in that case, we'll keep these two here. So that's still not send. That's not going to help me. So if I remove this entire middle section, keep 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Okay, let's fast forward this. One above and one below of this left-hand one. One above and one below of the left-hand one. Then we want to cross this one and go across there, so it's one up with a T on it. And then in the middle, we want to remove these three. And we'll need something to keep pulling it forward with. I believe those are 2 squares we need, are they? Indeed, we want to catch this one here, like that. We don't want this one here, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 lengths here. So we're getting 6 times 4. We're getting 24 of the meat stuff out of each whale, which can't be too bad. So let's get that fed in there. Let's get that fed in after it. Let's just see what we're missing. So I need one cut to the right here above this one. And this one's going to be a pain to get over because it's so low, and whereas this one is nice and high, it'll just go over them. I'm just going to remove these two, so I'm just going to remove these bottom two here. Let's see how we get on with that. Mightn't be enough. If it's not enough of the blubber stuff, might have to take a bit more out of some of all this stuff we're throwing away. Or even this here. This here is a complete section of white stuff if we don't have enough. Okay, that's a lot of grinding, so let's just see if I can tidy up the route to the processing. Let's see how we're doing there. Okay, we need a little bit more length on this. How about that? Okay, the problem is these ones aren't being taken through. Now they should be. And we have both sides processing away, which is great. So we need to collect 3 of them. Like that. I don't think that can actually be a conveyor because we can detect it. Put a detector on top. A pusher that way. Pusher that way. Let's run some track. Get it connected. Another one of them there. So let's recreate this thing here. We have one of these there. Some of that. Some of that. 2 of these blocks. Go with a sensor above. Like that. Like that. And then finally just some conduit. So that should take 3, that should detect it. The first one can just run in. It should push 1 off either side to keep the count. We obviously need the same count going into each of the... Brilliant. Let's just lock that in there and lock that in there and pretend you didn't see that. Okay, let's have a look where we got to now. They're all ticking down. 6, 5. It looks like the red meat gets in slightly quicker. Speed that up to the end. Obviously wasted an awful lot of it. Didn't need to take half of this from each whale. This thing just can't keep up with the flow of meat. So 126. Not bad. Have a look what could be done to improve it. What's going wrong with in here? Okay, for some reason we have made a big mess up, or I've made a big mess up. Not blaming you. Oh, look at that. Fabulous. Now, that's a better score. 91. It's always good when you get a score which is like completely off the charts. Let's have a quick look at this. I mean, as you can see here, there's a constant flow. They're end to end at this stage of input. And the output stops every 3 to allow these pushers to so what's slowing us down at the moment here is the fact that when we do a push, we in effect stop the production line for 1 cycle. So what we could do is, if we only pushed half as often, we could try and get 6 out in a go. Now 6 out in a go is going to be very tricky to achieve because we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to have to let 1 go in and pretend we saw it. So to do that, what I'm proposing to do is that, and that, but we're gonna in effect use this switch to detect this guy going in here, but delay in 1, let an extra 1 come in, and we're getting 6 in each go, because each one of our sections is 6 long. So the detector here isn't going to fire these switches. What the detector here is going to do is push a block that has another block on it. So let's say I put him like that. And then this detector, this one, will see this block and then turn on the 4 pushers. So in theory, I know that probably seems a little crazy. Okay, so we're going to get 2 push this way, 2 push this way, and hopefully, because of this delayed sensor, 2 will scuttle in here that we have very little control over. Let me just place this block here with a flat one, and let's have a look at this before we do it to the other side. Eights, and we can see the numbers are staying perfectly in sync. And we've got down to 86, which is a pretty good score by the looks of it for this level. I wonder if I convert this side to our new technique, what difference that will make. So what I did was I put a pusher there and attached a block to it. I'll try and invert it this time. So then I'm going to push we need, this one is going straight in. I'm going to put pushers here. And they're going that way. Pushers there and there going the other way. I'm going to run that in like so. Put these onto it. Okie dokie. So remember, this is all this nonsense is doing is pushing this one. So I need a new sensor which detects that one. It'll obviously feed the blocker below it directly. Ooh, that's not a... Neither is that. Brilliant. Okay, and then something like that. If all those conveyors are in the right way, this should do the same thing too. 10. Okay, that is definitely not the right way. Let's run that again. Try and keep an eye on these numbers. They all went down to 8. All went down to 6. $85. So taking it off this side, obviously this side was the slower of the two. So all that work only took out one cycle for us for that. Anyway, there it's done. I got quite a decent low cycle score on it, I think. I mean, obviously people have probably done a lot better, so I'm not saying it's the best in the world or anything, or unbeatable, but that was fun. Well, as much fun as you can have chopping up something like a whale. Pretty gruesome, but you know what? You can live with that. Okay guys, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I'll be doing plenty more Infinifactory. If you have any comments, if you think we can get a couple more cycles out, just want to tell me how terrible it was, feel free, and thanks again for watching.